So I chose UC for a couple of reasons. I did an away rotation during my 4th year of medical school, and I absolutely loved it. My interactions with the different attendings and residents really stood out to me. I loved the camaraderie that I noticed here, and the clinical education that the residents were getting just seemed really superb.
So the reason we chose University of Cincinnati is this general area was very family friendly. I have 4 children. I come from a previous professional background as a physician assistant, so I'm a little bit older than most. But we chose this area for the family friendliness of the program.
I chose UC because I wanted a small program. In anesthesia, we have a relationship with faculty where you work with them, starting cases, in the case, at the end of case. I found that in a small program, we get to know our attendings on a personal level, and they get to know our skill set based on day-to-day working with them in the OR.
Whenever I came for my interview dinner here, I got along super well with all of the residents. I stayed long past whenever I should have at dinner to drive back to where my rotations were. I loved the faculty that I interviewed with, and then hearing about the clinical experience that we get here was just unmatchable to other places I had interviewed.
So I chose to come to UC because of the family-friendly environment. I really enjoyed how the residents interacted with the faculty members and how happy the residents were. And I actually couples matched with my wife, and we both had extremely positive experiences here at University of Cincinnati Medical Center.
Well, actually, when I was a medical student, I did a rotation here when I was a 4th year medical student, and I absolutely loved the environment here. I thought all the residents, they seemed really tight-knit, and it was just a fun group of people to work with.
The faculty and staff also are a great help. They present a family environment in the facility here. We get to hang out afterward. We get to hang out at the park. We get to hang out at people's houses for the holidays.
So I would say I'm friends with all of them, and we get along really well. We hang out outside of work.
I love being the program director of the anesthesia residency. Every day I get up and I get to work with young physicians who are excited and want to become the best anesthesiologist possible. As a program director, nothing is more fulfilling than to see one start their career and know not a whole lot about anesthesia and then move on to being some of the best faculty who work in our department.
I love to live through their eyes as they experience what I experienced as I grew through medicine, and to see them discover what I discovered and really experience that whole emotion all over again.
Watching them start as new CA1s, not really even know how to hold the needle, all the way up until they're proficient enough that they don't even need me around to do simple blocks. Seeing that maturation and success gives me a lot of pride, and also is the best thing for the patients out there in the world, that we're graduating residents that are able to go out there and provide what I consider to be the best care for them.
The biggest thing that I enjoy is the teaching of them. They're always asking intuitive questions, and they're keeping me on my toes as I'm continuing to learn each and every day, both from a patient care standpoint as well as a logistics standpoint in managing the operating rooms.
They ask questions that maybe I had not thought of, and it really forces me to go back and look at the literature and read the books and come back to them and help them answer those questions so that we can give the best care to our patients.
Not only are you learning from me, but I'm also learning from you and the things that you have incorporated from other attendings, other experiences as you're coming up through your medical education.
The mission of our department is to be the best in the country at delivering and teaching cutting-edge perioperative care, and to do it in an environment that feels like family.
We are training you as perioperative physicians. We want you to take care of patients preoperatively, intraoperatively, and postoperatively. We want you to be able to care for patients in the ICU and the chronic pain clinic. We want you to be a whole physician and a perioperative physician.
We have a really small program with only 8 residents per year, but we have that in a large academic medical center with the infrastructure to provide ample opportunity for everybody.
You will experience a wide variety of cases, from liver transplantation to pediatric cases to trauma, cardiac and mechanical support. You will experience a wide variety of cases which will give you the best training so you can become a great perioperative physician and anesthesiologist.
And our residents have a lot of exposure to evaluating patients preoperatively through the Center for Perioperative Care, which is our pre-op clinic, also through the flex rotation, and then postoperatively through multiple different ICU rotations.
Our faculty are leaders in this health system, in OR management, in the ICUs, in perioperative medicine, in acute and chronic pain, in research, and in quality improvement.
We are always looking for great residents at the University of Cincinnati. We look for residents who are enthusiastic, team-oriented, collaborative, and really love to work in the perioperative team, care team model.
We are very fortunate to offer all of the ACGME accredited fellowships. So whatever our residents would like to do, they can pursue it at UC. Those include cardiothoracic, ICU, pediatric anesthesia, regional anesthesia, OB, and chronic pain.
Our anesthesia providers here at the hospital play many hats. They play huge roles in all different departments, from the ICU, the cardiovascular critical care unit. We have a Center for Perioperative Care here, which residents are involved in. So overall, the clinical experience here is very diverse.
As an anesthesia resident at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, you will be living here in the greater Cincinnati area. Greater Cincinnati has a lot to offer. We have professional sports, we have arts, we have music, plenty of great parks, the riverfront, and so many things to do in the surrounding areas.
Parks, plenty of small towns. My kids usually just roam wild on the streets with other kids, and that's what I love about it. It's safe, and it's very approachable, so we're able to do just about anything. But I think hands down, number one thing is to go to parks. They love hiking, they love seeing the trails and plethora of parks and rivers that we can have family outings on a weekly basis.
I just love being able to go out into the city, to over the Rhine and explore restaurants and the things the city had to offer, the resident experience that I noticed, as well as just the diverse patients population of Cincinnati is really what drew me here.
If you choose to join us at the University of Cincinnati, you will not only receive the best and most comprehensive training in the country, you'll also have fun doing it.